Hey, welcome. It's a great day. Wendy, how are you doing today? This is Wendy from beautiful 100 and almost, maybe not quite
110.
10 degree. Wow, man, it's amazing that actually, I read somewhere that planes can't land if the temperature on the runway gets like above 120 or something like that because of the tarmac. It's the tires sink into the tarmac, or weird, like in some airports. That's just kind of scary, when it gets that warm.
Yeah,
That hot.
that's crazy. That's about how hot it is today.
Like, can you actually cook an egg? Like,
I
can you
was just
fry an
going to
egg?
say, you could probably fry an egg on the sidewalk if you wanted to.
We should try that. We should try that just to prove that it can be done and make a little video of it. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, you just have to throw the egg away afterwards.
And then I was going to say, then you can eat it.
Well, you'd have to mail it to me, right? Take a while to get here. That's crazy, man. Now, so we're Wendy and Joseph here. Basically, today, guys, what we're doing is we're focusing on something pretty interesting. And we've been talking about stem cells. We've been talking about performance-enhancing stem cells. And one of the things that Wendy was really nice enough to do for us is she did some research, and she actually found a really great article that I'm going to superimpose it on the screen here, that will help you just to understand really why stem cells are important, like what they do. Right, Wendy?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So let me see if I can bring that on the screen here for us, just so we can, okay. So let me see if I can expand it a little bit more. Looks like that is,
yeah.
I don't know if I can get it to go a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's a little bit right there. That's good.
Is that good? Okay, cool.
So.
All right. So what are stem cells? And what I'm going to do, can you read that okay? I mean, is your screen showing it pretty decent
I can.
size?
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, if you want. And then while you're reading it, I can kind of scroll down a little bit more for you. But
okay.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? Cool.
Okay. So what are stem cells? Stem cells are the body's raw materials, cells from which all other cells with specialized functions are generated. Under the right conditions in the body or a laboratory, stem cells divide to form more cells called daughter cells.
So why don't we hold it right there? So now that is pretty cool. So what it's saying is basically from all other cells from which all other cells with specialized functions are generated. So what is that saying to you, Wendy?
Well, that they're duplicating and creating new cells for I don't even know exactly how to word it, but they're I don't really know exactly how to explain it.
I mean, it's like saying that stem cells actually.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like stem cells are only working on your eyes or your ears or your heart or your lungs. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like stem cells help all the cells. If I'm understanding that, let me scroll down a little bit more. Maybe we can get a little bit more. Get this. Okay, so let's see if I can scroll down a little bit. All right. So, you know what? Now it's not letting me scroll down, so I will shrink it a little. So it says these daughter cells either become new stem cells, self-renewal, or become specialized cells. A more specific function, such as blood cells, brain cells, heart muscle cells, or bone cells. No other cell in the body has the natural ability to generate new cell types. So that, I think, was the key right there.
That was the part that I was interested in, that they are able to become specialized cells once they duplicate. And then that kind of kind of more explains like why there's specific patches, because those patches are more geared toward like these specific cells that are more for like,
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get at with this article.
And that's a great point. So what you're saying is, like, let's just talk about the X39, like just the X39 right now that I'm wearing on my wrist, for example. That one is like a universal patch. Right?
Maybe like a mother cell, like a universal cell.
Okay. But then you were talking about specific patches that target those other cells.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly.
Give us an example. Like, just say one of the ones like the Eon. What would that be targeting?
Well, that one would be targeted more towards brain health, mood, anxiety, depression, Nirvana, same thing. It focuses more on mood, where the Eon is more for anxiety. But those all kind of go for brain health and maybe hormone balance. And then there's like a skin one that would be targeted more for skin, and that one's Alvita. Yeah. And then there's ones that are more targeted for muscles, and then there's others that are more targeted for like pain or inflammation, just different targets.
Right. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Let me just see if I can pull up on, you had something that was really interesting that I liked on, was talking about stem cell therapy can unlock, it looks like, athlete performance and allow them to earn more and play longer. They are trying to push their bodies to the limit and would only use, looks like, procedures and therapies that will enhance their performance. Wow, that's an awesome little snippet that you got there. Where did you find that?
I was doing a lot of research, and I don't remember where I found that specific one, but I was looking under just researching how a lot of athletes, they're looking to increase their longevity and be able to recover from injuries sooner. And so that's kind of where I came across that. And they're more and more looking to stem cell therapy for that, because they can target the recovery, like I said, and they can target repairing injuries through stem cells. Although the research I did is more where they're looking for, to the injections and stuff like that. But we know that there's something better than that going towards injections.
Right.
But it's still the overall idea that stem cells can repair, they can give you endurance, and they can repair your joints and your muscles. So,
yeah, it's really fascinating, because what we're saying, guys, is that this is why created something. I mean, they are on the cutting edge and breakthrough technology that goes way beyond like what Wendy was saying, like injections. I mean, I just think of a needle and I'm thinking that's got to be such old. Invade your body versus this.
Yeah. And so these people that are looking into this, that don't know this exists yet, I mean, they're going to be so excited to find out, because, say they injure, somebody's in sports injures their shoulder, they'll pay like $10,000, to get injections in their shoulder that are painful. And then they only last up to 3 years max, if it works at all. And it's expensive. Then, so then they hurt their knee. Well, then they're started all over with another spot on their body. And then each time, so this is different, because the patch you just put on your body, very simple, not painful, not expensive at all compared to injections, and safer. And it goes to action where you need it. So it doesn't matter where you need it. It will go to that area. It will help your shoulder, or help your knee, or help. Right. So your body will produce your own instead of taking in somebody else's stem cells.
Yeah, that's what's so fascinating right there. So what we're talking about, guys, is this X39. That is the mother patch of all patches, right? So that's the one that we really promote to start off. In fact, Wendy and I and almost everybody I know, we wear multiple patches sort of piggybacked on the X39. Wouldn't you agree, Wendy?
Mhm. Yes, I have on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have on 5 today.
Okay, so that means that the X39 is sort of the foundation patch
Mhm.
that works in all these other areas. And then there's specialized
Mhm.
patches, like you were saying, like the Nirvana or Eon,
Mhm.
like the
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. So like the X39 will help all those areas, but the other specialized ones are an additional bonus, I guess you'd say, towards specific areas.
Yeah, it's really something, guys. What we're really finding is that more and more is being understood. So this is such a, this whole light therapy, using phototherapy, light frequency, just the concept of how frequency form of light energy is really what is changing how our brain sends signals to those specific areas in our body and turn on the stem cell that's no longer active, maybe, after a certain age, like 50, 60, 70.
And it even benefits young people, because there's some young people that have never, even at a young age, because of health reasons, whatever environment, that don't produce them the way they're supposed to either.
Right.
But definitely when we get older, we stop producing them. So
Yeah. When we were talking the other day, hold on one second. I'm trying to juggle these two. Guys, this is like, I feel like a spaghetti bowl or something, with all these little, this like, sorry about that. It's just, we're expanding our studios. So it's like, as this technology improves. But what I was going to say is, it's almost like the idea of having, one does something that another cell does. It's sort of getting to stimulate, and you see the results. I mean, people are seeing results like in an hour. It literally doesn't take that long. What were you going to say before? What were we talking about the other day? We said something about how it's not just for people that are no longer producing stem cells, or their stem cell activity has diminished, but now we're finding that we're helping people even in teenage years, and people in their 20s, because of mental issues, right? Because of
yes, it helps with the anxiety, any kind of mood disorder, anxiety, depression, OCD, all those kind of things. And it can help because they, for one reason or another, their cells are not working the way they're supposed to. So these can also help them produce healthier stem cells.
It's it's a good point, Wendy, because I thought about it the other day, like inflammation. I had stopped most of my sugar intake since, I think, March or something. And maybe like once a week I might have, a splurge. Like I just broke down and had like a whole pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream like 4 days ago. And that was the worst, because I felt the after effects like the next day. But that's something, like obviously I knew that was going to happen, if I don't. But the idea of inflammation, and how you might have inflammation in different places in your body. Nerve damage could have different inflammation. I mean, even like what you were saying about anxiety and different things. I mean, that creates, there's hard wiring sometimes that our brain associates to other things. Like I had a fear of, without getting into details, I had a fear. And wearing these patches over a cumulative period of time basically got rid of that fear. It's pretty wild. I mean, because that's the only thing that I did different. What else was I doing? You know, I wasn't taking any other medication. I wasn't doing any other, you know, so that to me is a powerful testimony that these patches can help all ages. I think, you know, there's no limit.
Yes, they've helped me with OCD as well. So I look forward to hearing other people's stories. That's not a fun thing to deal with, and if you can help someone, you know, overcome that, and be able to finally move on, and be able to focus on the, you know, fun things in life and important things in life and things that are real, and just focus on real life, not what your imagination is making.
That's a great point. These brochures, if somebody wants to, if you guys are interested in sampling a patch, you can go to Wendy, your website.
WendyRichEnergy.com.
Okay, I put it at the bottom of the screen, guys. So all you have to do is just, you know, type in, go to WendyRichEnergy.com, and Wendy will send you, I mean, either one of us, but Wendy will send you this brochure. Okay, so you get this little brochure. It'll have her contact information on the back, and then a patch to sample. That's something, you know, that I feel, or you can just go to her website and you can sample like 3 months worth. You can sample a month's worth of patches.
And they're 90-day money back guarantee, so
right,
it's risk free. Mm-hmm.
You know,
if you would like to sample just one, I can mail you one.
You know, I just throw that out there just because sometimes, you know how people, they're like, oh, how do I know if it's going to work and all this? Well, you get a money back guarantee, number one. So, but you know, if you want to just sample one, I mean, I got results with my first patch ever. The very first time I wore a patch, I got results with it in like 2 hours. I knew I had more energy. All of a sudden, I just, you know, things just started clearing up for me really quickly. So they don't take that long.
Yeah, and everybody responds different. I noticed right away too, just like you. Some people, you know, it can take a couple days. Just everybody's body's different. So.
And it gives instructions like, you know, where you place them. I mean, you know, the typical placement, but really there's no specific place that you have to put it there. I mean, some people, like, I wear it on my wrist, you know, just because it's just easy, it's convenient, you know, and yeah, you can, sometimes it's just a conversation piece, but, you know, I have one in the back of my neck, like you said, Wendy, you know, and you can also wear it below your navel. Those are
I have one, yeah, on my stomach, and I have one on my ankle, but I'm not going to show you my ankle right now.
Yeah, please. That's okay. We believe you. We believe you. So guys, what Wendy and I have decided to do is going forward. So we're going to give you guys the ability to come in and ask questions. And I think starting today, I'm going to post events that we're going to be doing, moving out. And like Wendy was saying yesterday, we're going to see if we can get them earlier, because sometimes people, you know, in different time zones, they can jump on and they can hop on. And, you know, typically when more people are going to be on Facebook, or they're going to have some downtime where they can listen and get some great information. And we're going to hit different topics too. So we're going to hit most of the most important topics that people that are interested in what stem cells can do and how they can help your body. And then, yeah, so that, you know, you can interact with us. If you have questions, you can come on here. Wendy, you know, like I said, she's amazing. She's our resident researcher. You know, she does all the awesome fact checking, making sure that we're not giving you, you know, information that's not accurate or et cetera. And if Wendy will find it, or one of us. Yeah.
We will look and we will find it.
Hey, you know, and one of the times it would be cool if I'm going to see if I can find somebody who is a doctor in LifeWave that, you know, might be able to spare like 5 minutes, and maybe we can have him or her on. And
That would be awesome. Yeah.
so yeah, is that kind of cool? Would that be awesome?
I think that we'll plan it. Let's do it.
Okay. So what time tomorrow? Let's just give our viewers kind of a sense of what time tomorrow should they kind of look for us. Let's see if we can give them a time.
I'm trying to think
roughly. You know, within like a 15-minute margin of error.
I could do one. I can do one at 7:30 as long as it's not longer than 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, that's 7:30 Pacific Coast time. Okay, so Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, standard.
And then if that option doesn't work, then we could always move it a few hours forward.
Then I would say it would either be noon. It'd be 7:30 or noon.
Okay. So that's fine, guys. That works. Great. So the other thing that we'll say is go to Wendy's Wendy Rich Energy page on Facebook. Follow her. Also join her group. If you haven't joined her group, it's Wendy Rich Energy Group. We have a performance. I just changed it on Facebook to enhancing. So now it says performance enhancing stem cells patches, performance enhancing stem cell patches. Because like we were talking about yesterday, I think enhancing is more ongoing, you know, it's cumulative.
Yes.
So you don't just, you know, wear one patch and then it's ongoing, just like oxygen. You know, you need to breathe it every day. You need to breathe it constantly. And so, all right, great, guys. That was it. You know, we just wanted to give you guys little kind of snippets and sound bites. Sometimes we'll have a video that will, like a clip, 2 or 3 minute clip. And from time to time, you know, there'll be specials and promotions. Right now, I don't think I think I checked.
We'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah. So check back with us tomorrow, guys.
Actually, if there is, I'm going to check after we're off. And if there is, I'll just post it to the page. I'll post it.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you. And have a great day. Stay safe. And Wendy, stay cool. Stay hydrated. It's 110 degrees. It's just crazy. And if anybody wants to see Wendy fry an egg, let her know.
I may do a video. I don't know. We'll see. I'll post it on the page if it works.
That would be, you know, maybe a little omelet or something, you know,
I'll mail it to you and you can eat it.
Put some plant-based in there too, mix it. Actually, you know, it's funny that you said that because literally I went to Trader Joe's 2 days ago, and I bought some artichoke hearts, like the small ones. They're frozen, and I was just going to go cook those for lunch. I was like, wow, you know, or for whatever for this afternoon because I really haven't had lunch yet. And I was going to make an omelet, like a artichoke heart omelet. You know, you just a couple eggs, you throw it in, and they really taste good. I mean, if you've never had them, it's kind of cool. You know, you can throw some onions in there. Yeah, but just don't cook it on top of your car, though.
Okay.
Don't do that. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon. See you next time.
Bye.